Well, Nigeria's poor outing at the Rio Olympic Games has been a subject for discussion in the past few days since the Games closed last Sunday. For many who predicted doom for Team Nigeria, returning home with just one bronze medal was no surprise, but a vindication of the general parlance that when you fail to make plans, then you should be equally ready to embrace failure. Welcome. This is Sport Week with me, Promise Efoge. On the show, the 2016 Olympic Games has come and gone. Analysts discuss the pains and gains for Team Nigeria on Top Story. Highlights of some of the memorable moments in Rio make up top action. A Ghanaian who has been practicing and training judokas for more than 3 decades tells his story on Side View. Plus, a veteran sport journalist, Mitchel, will be joining the program midway to dissect topical stories. The program is Sport Week.
Nigeria's performance in Rio may have been as far from ideal, considering the potentials inherent, the untapped resources, and the country's true ability to excel in sports at the highest level. Nigeria's outing at the Olympics 4 years ago in London and now in Rio simply suggests that sports in the country is on a steady decline. For a country that boasts of more than 150 million people, with more than 60% of that population being youths, recording just one bronze at the Olympics has been described as shameful.
They need to call everybody in boxing, to call the vice president, Sango. They need to call Vice President Sango and to call the secretary. Why did we qualify one boxer to Rio?
The contribution of the Ministry of Youth and Sport Development has been called to question. Preparation for the 2016 Olympics was shoddy. 7-time Olympian Segun Toriola described it as the worst ever. Hence, it was clear from the start that Nigeria was only going to Rio to participate and not to compete.
Anybody that's expecting Nigeria to do well, the first question you need to ask the person, what kind of investment have we made in sport in the last 30 or 40 years? And the first investment we need to do is the human resources. Who are the managers of our sports? What is their understanding of modern sports?
Nigeria participated in 8 sports including boxing, athletics, wrestling, canoeing, basketball, weightlifting, table tennis, and football. The Samson Siasia-led football team registered Nigeria on the medal table when they won bronze. Theirs was a case of the rejected stone, which later became the cornerstone following the shabby treatment they received from the Nigeria sports minister before competition began. Stakeholders say the lackluster showing at the Rio Olympics should remind those who govern sports in the country that there is the need to begin to develop the Nigerian youth through sports.
The United States confirmed their status as world powers not only in economy and military but also in sports when they dominated the medal table at the just concluded Olympic Games in Rio, winning as much as 46 gold, 37 silver and 38 bronze medals, making a total of 121 medals in all. Well, Great Britain were impressive, finishing second, while China, Russia and Germany completed the top 5 countries in that order. Kenya led Africa on the table with as much as 6 gold, 6 silver and 1 bronze medal. South Africa, Ethiopia, Algeria, Ivory Coast all finished above Nigeria. Why not? They prepared. In fact, small islands like Fiji, small Kosovo, and even the group of refugee athletes that competed under the IOC flag won a gold and were above Nigeria on the table. Of course, Nigeria finished number 78 on the log. It is 4 years before the next Olympics in Tokyo, and stories about going back to the drawing board are already filtering into my eardrums, and I really think that's a still cliche, very still. Well, a veteran sport journalist, Mitchel can't make it into the studio. However, he is joining me on the program from his location at this point in time. Mitchel, glad to have you on the show. I'm sure you really monitored the Olympics from start to finish. You were one of those who really were not, didn't really sound positive as regards what Team Nigeria will do at the Games. Well, there are suggestions that perhaps beyond bad preparations, Nigeria is beginning to lack as far as talent is concerned. How true is this?
There is a whole level of subjective analysis when it comes to assessing what preparation should be for an Olympic Games. That's the pinnacle of sports endeavor. Some people will say that if you get a team ready for the 4-year range in which the games do take place, then perhaps you'll be in a real good stead to make a difference. But I think that's not even the issue. Preparations can be consistent and can be continuous, especially for a young sporting nation that is yet to imbibe the professionalism that enables individuals to make a distinctive difference when it comes to the highest level of sports. But the problem of Nigerian sports is not how we prepare. The problem is, when do we start the preparation? How do we really energize all the elements necessary to make that preparation effective? We have seen times where even where a team has stayed in camp for more than 2-3 years, really not coming out with anything to show for it. The London Olympics, preparation was not the issue. Even before then, the Athens Olympics, where athletes were even sent to different countries to stay and come back. But then it gives a satisfaction when you are prepared that you can deliver, and it also helps to buoy up the followership of the games, knowing that your team is ready. And I think that's what individuals need to emphasize. But the biggest drawback to Nigeria's preparation all round is that of funding, and the funding, they don't have a strategy for funding our sports, and that strategy needs to be fashioned not only by those who manage the sports, but also those who have a responsibility to get something out of sports. And the bottom line is that sports in Nigeria is still in its nappies. We are yet to grow to a level where individuals can see the multi-benefits of sports, that it's a billion-dollar business. Indeed, there are some countries that can look at their sports and say the revenue that comes in helps to really keep unemployment at a really meager level.
Okay, Mitchel, let's take a look at this. Tokyo 2020 is just, 4 years away, and the sport minister is talking about preparations. We've always heard this. When one games would end, we begin to hear stories of preparation starting early, but that really never happens as far as the Nigerian team is concerned. Team Nigeria unarguably did fail in Rio, and you may want to agree that it's been a steady retrogression from 1996 when Nigeria picked up a couple of gold medals in football, and of course we had Choma Junwa leaping to glory on that occasion. In Sydney 2000, Athens 2004, Beijing 2008, London 2012, and now Rio 2016. It's been a steady retrogression as far as Nigeria's progress is concerned. Well, especially under the current federal administration, what do you think can really change the tide?
I wouldn't even be talking about Tokyo 2020 if you want to follow Nigerian style of preparation. We should be talking about the Commonwealth Games in 2018, which will serve as a medium term to assess what you have done in terms of getting ready for 2020. These games in Brazil, if we had gotten it right at the All Africa Games, you will have seen the difference. The team that got it right in the qualifiers is the team that brought a bronze medal. It's not coincidence. The CRCR team went to Senegal for the African tournament, and they got the gold medal there. Even when they couldn't pay them, you recall the minister had to go last minute to salvage the situation in Dakar. You can't do what you have not done on the training ground. That's what a coach will tell you. If you can't score a goal in the training ground, you can't score it in the match time. There must be some kind of rehearsal. So what are the rehearsal stops for Nigeria as we prepare for 2020? Those are the things we have to start talking about. Even our own internally, we've been tottering for balance in getting the National Sports Festival. Can you imagine? On more than 5 occasions, the National Sports Festival has been postponed. Why give it to a state that is not ready? If you can't hold it in a state that is not ready, why not organize it at the national level? where you have the facilities.
Okay, Mitchell, I will just put you on hold for a couple of minutes because right now a member of the Nigerian under-23 football squad, Sadiq Popola, he now joins the program. Well, Sadiq, I would say congratulations to you. I mean, I can see your bronze medal really hanging around your neck, and I'm very sure you're very, very much proud of that. Well, I will start by asking you, how would you summarize the performance of the Dream Team 6 at the Olympics?
Yeah, really, I can't say much about the Nigerian, but I'm with them from Atlanta. So from Atlanta, it's not been easy, but you know, most of the boys are from Europe. So then we talk to each other, we have to do this because it's our job. We don't mind anything is happening. So we continue like a soldier, then we work hard. And
okay, Sadiq, you were very, very instrumental as far as the Dream Team 6 success was concerned in Rio. The semi-final game against Germany, which was lost. I mean, would you say that was the toughest match the team played?
yeah, it was very good for us because they have a good team. Likewise, we too, we have a good team. But normally it's not every good team that win the game. We play good football, but that's football for us. But you know, every game a new face. So we think we can handle Germany, but it's not what we think.
And after they lost against Germany, the target for the gold medal, that is perhaps to replicate what the 1996 set did, all their hopes were crumbled. Well, going into the third place game against Honduras, what did Coach Samson Siasia tell you guys?
Yeah, before the third place, right? He said to us, we can't get the gold anymore, so we have to go out to take the bronze, because in Nigeria, the bronze is gold. Because all athletes don't get anything, I think so, but for us, it's a gold. So he told us that before we went out for the game.
Well, Sadiq Popola did sport jersey number 12 at the Olympics while playing for the Dream Team 6, and he currently plays for Metz Football Club in the French Ligue 1. All right, many thanks, Sadiq Popola, for your time on the program. I wish you the very best of luck as far as your club career is concerned. All right, Mitchel Obi is still very much on the program. Before I let you go as well, Mitchel, the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo, we hold, of course, in Japan. I did say earlier, the Sports Minister, Solomon Dalong, is saying preparations will commence now. We've heard similar lines previously, but what do you think exactly we should be doing, talking about Nigeria now, to really go beyond what we've seen previously as far as sports is concerned?
We have to engineer those in positions of authority to know that what they are doing is not right or what they are doing is wrong. We also have to cultivate a culture of excellence. That when we write or when we talk, there's a measure of accuracy, there's a measure of depth, there's a measure of balance, and of course there is the big one, which is the interest, the national interest, and of course the personal interest. As a Nigerian sports journalist, you want to see Nigerian sports heavily lifted.
Well, Mitchel will be a very veteran sports journalist, someone I really respect so much as far as the business of sports is concerned. Many thanks for sharing your thoughts with me on the program today. Okay, still very much on the Olympics. At the Games, Jamaica did dominate the sprints and relays, and why not? Why wouldn't they do so? I mean, when they really have quality sprinters, you should expect Jamaica to always churn out the best as far as the track is concerned. Usain Bolt, of course, made good his promise to do the treble, and Ellen Thompson in the female category replaced compatriot Shirley Ann Fraser-Price as the sprint queen. On top action, let's see exciting highlights of the relay finals in the 4x100 meters, men and women, and the 4x400 meters, men and women.